have a motherboard that was brought, but we've solved the problem. What the problem was, the customer said that at times the system comes on, at times it doesn't come on. So they've taken it to engineers. They've taken it to engineers for fixing. So actually, what they did here was they did their own parts, which was at the 5 volts area, 5 volts XO, which they didn't replace the chip and everything. So what we did here was to, first of all, we identified that resistor, one of these resistor here, that is bringing in 3 volts to Q8156, which should be the 5 volts switch. Yeah, Q8150, which is the 5 volt switch. So now one of the resistor is not properly, is not even fixed. So we've done that, but there is no contact on 3 volts from it. So we have to run a 3 volts power from here, given to the resistor. So now when we did that, we discovered that PP5XO is missing also from the system. So PP5XO simply means that the power, which is 5 volts power, that is its obligation or its work is to give the SMC a total power gauge to function. And also the 5 volt switch also is not even receiving the normal power, because there must be a 5 volts that is generated on this motherboard to make it function. So what we did here was to go to the our board view. This is what we did here. This is the resistor that was missing. This is resistor 8156, which brings in 3 volts. If you can see here, this is 3 volts, but here 8151, which is PP5 VSO voltage, is also missing. Now PP5 VSO, this is where it's located here on this motherboard. This is arrow 8151. This is 8156. Now this arrow 8151 should be giving us 5 volts that is being generated from the PP5 SO. So how did we now figure out how to solve this problem? At most, when we checked it, no 5 volts. All the chips are looking fine, no physical damage. So what we did was to inject 5 volts using our DC power machine to the chip that are meant to receive 5 volts XO. So when we did that, we discovered that this chip here is bad. Now what's the work of that chip there? Let's see the work. This chip here, this is also a 5 volts power. This is a 5 volts power, which is let's U8080. Now on schematic, let's type in U8080 to see how this chip work. 8080. Okay. Now this is U8080, and you can see this is 5 volts SO switch. You see? So automatically, it simply means that this chip here, its work is to generate 5 volts to this system. So this chip here automatically is not producing 5 volts to the system. That's why the system comes in and goes. Sometimes it comes and goes. So this chip itself is bad. So when we did the injection method, automatically we discovered that this chip is bad and we replaced it. And as we did that, you can see these are the scrap board we use in replacing all these chips we are talking about. This is where we remove the resistor 8156, and this is the XO switch also that is bad. But what I normally do is, if I remove a chip, I replace it back here to know if it doesn't really work. It simply means that the chip is okay. But you can see here we have solved this one. We've solved this one. You can see the voltage is up now. You can see the voltage is up. The system is up now. The reason why it comes up and goes back again is because there is no battery on it to sustain the power. So the system is up, the fan is spinning, the processor is heating up. So we believe that the system is working. So we are going to fix the board now to the housing to check for display, keyboard functionality, trackpad functionality, and everything on the system to function well. So let's fix the board in and see the output. Top, you can see here's the motherboard. We'll fix it up to the system. Now the system is up. You can see here we have a display, we have a trackpad moving, we have keyboard functioning, we have everything working perfectly. A stiffed trackpad here. It's fixed stiffed one, so let's reduce this. I don't know how they work on this, but they know how to function theirs. We have wrong one. What's the password?
Okay, 4 zeros.
00 into 4 1 2 3 4. Okay. So okay. So you can see here we have a working system back to life. Okay, subscribing to HGS Assist for more upload, for more MacBook repairs. From next year, we'll be doing almost all the work. From next year, we'll be fixing iPhones. So from next year, everything about Apple products will be fixed in this office so as to complete the job. So from next year, you'll be watching everything about MacBook, iPhones, iPad, every gadget that has to do with Apple. Will render services on them. So keep subscribing to HGS Assist for more upload, for more repairs on MacBook, and we believe the year is coming to an end. So compliment of the season for my subscribers.